In this video, I'm going to give you 10 of the highest paying work from home jobs for 2019 that do not require any formal training or any college education. And in my humble opinion, I think that I have compiled a pretty good list. For one, I have done a lot of these positions myself, and I've also hired out a lot of these positions for my businesses. So I know that they are very relevant for 2019. So if you have been dreaming of working from home and you're tired of commuting back and forth, there really is no more excuse for you not to be working from home in 2019 if that's what you want to do. I also think that I've compiled a list that is pretty diversified because I know different strokes for different folks, and not every type of job is going to appeal to everyone. And I'm also hoping that I've added a couple in there that you didn't even know existed. And as far as training goes, like I said, there's no formal training or college education required, and a lot of the training you actually may already have. And if you don't, it's not a big deal. You can find almost anything that you need online. The information is out there, and there's a good amount of these positions that are actually going to train you on the job. So with that being said, let's get started with number one on our list. Okay, so number one on our list is a virtual assistant. So you might be asking yourself, well, what the heck does a virtual assistant actually do? Well, it's a really good question because virtual assistants actually do a wide variety of things. Anywhere from answering emails, answering the telephone, making doctor's appointments, doing spreadsheets, doing research, social media, bookkeeping, you name it, a virtual assistant can probably handle the work. I've actually hired a lot of different kinds of virtual assistants for my business, and for things that like I didn't either want to do, or I didn't know how to do, or I didn't want to take the time to learn how to do. I hired out a virtual assistant for. Now, as far as what they get paid, the pay range is anywhere from $10 up to $18 and over. It really just kind of depends on your experience. If you're more of a freelancer, you're going to get paid on the higher scale. If you're working for a company, you're going to get paid on the lower scale. But that's where you get all your experience. So if you don't have experience doing that, I would recommend you start out with a company. One of the companies is, I'm going to put a link below to, is called Time, etc. They have gotten a lot of really good reviews, so I think you should check those out. But you can actually, there's so many jobs out there for virtual assistants. You can just type it into any job search engine, and you're going to be surprised at how many positions for a virtual assistant there are. All right, so number two on our list is a transcriber or a transcriptionist. And basically what a transcriber does is they will be given an audio and they're asked to type out what they hear. Some examples of audio that you might be given are maybe like personal conversations, business meetings, or college lectures. Also, a lot of people that do YouTube videos want those transcribed as well. Now, one of the important things and distinctions that you need to look out for when you are comparing how much you're going to get paid is that the companies do not pay you per hour, they pay you per transcribed hour. So if it takes you 2 or 3 hours to transcribe an audio, and you only get one hour of audio, then you're only going to get paid for that 1 hour. But the good news is that they pay anywhere from $15 to $22 and up per transcribed hour. So obviously, the faster that you can type and the more familiar that you are with the process, the more that you're going to make. And also, if you have a medical or a legal background, they're going to pay you a higher rate. So I'm going to leave 2 links below to 2 really popular companies. One is transcribeme.com and the other one is speakwrite.com. So check those out. There's a ton of companies out there though, but if you want to take a look and you're a really good typer, this could really work out for you. And so check it out. Let me know what you think. Okay, and number 3 on our list is a chat specialist. So a chat specialist is basically a customer service person, but instead of using the telephone to help their clients and customers, they actually will type everything in the chat box. So I'm sure by now we've all worked with customer service via chat. And this is going to be another position where they're going to require that you have very good typing skills. So you may want to brush up on those as well. The pay range is anywhere from $9 to $15 an hour depending on your experience. But they are always willing to train, most of them. And I'm going to actually link below one of the companies that's always hiring. It's called the Chat Shop, and they actually have the test that you can take for the typing. So they want you to have a certain speed, so you can test your typing skills right there. Again, the link's below if you want to check it out and see if that works for you. All right, and next on our list and fourth is a customer service representative. So a customer service representative will basically take inbound calls to their home and providing support to customers. And the company will generally provide you with the telephone system. They do not require that you have previous experience. They prefer it, but they do not require it, and a lot of them will train, especially around the holidays when they're short-handed. So you're going to want to make sure that if you're taking inbound calls, they're going to require that you have a quiet space to work. So if you have a lot of parakeets and birds and dogs and pets and kids running around, that may not be the right position for you. In that case, you may want to go back to the chat specialist. But anyway, the pay rate is nice, especially the more experience that you have. You can get paid anywhere from $11 to $17 an hour. And some of the companies that are hiring that pay very well are Apple and also Amazon. But you can look in any job search engine like Glassdoor again and just type in remote or virtual customer service, and you're going to find a variety of different customer service jobs that are available. And I'll put a few links below so you can check it out. All right, number 5 on our list is appointment setters, and this is probably the most least popular job of people because it involves outbound calling, which a lot of people hate to do. But the company will essentially provide you with a phone system and with leads, and basically what you're to do is to call the leads and make appointments for the salesperson. Your job isn't to close the sale, which is a good thing. Your job is just to make the appointment for the salesperson. And if the salesperson actually closes the deal, then you can make a commission on that. They generally pay anywhere from $10 to $16 base pay plus commissions. So that's on the upside. They also don't require a lot of times that you have any experience. So they will basically train you on the job and provide you with all of the equipment. So that's on the upside. And basically the hours are very flexible. So I'm going to leave you a couple links below. Again, I just want to mention that you have to have a quiet spot at home to be able to make these calls. So again, you don't, if you have a lot going on at your house and it's very noisy, it might not be the right position for you. But I'm going to leave a link below so you can check out 2 companies that are always hiring, and you can see what their requirements are, and maybe that one will work out for you. All right, number 6 on our list is an Amazon Flex driver. Now, basically, an Amazon Flex driver is the person who delivers your Amazon packages right to your door. I'm sure you probably had maybe 1 or 2 Amazon packages delivered by now. I think we all have. I've had many. But anyway, I know that an Amazon Flex driver technically is not what you consider an at-home job, but it is location independent, so I wanted to include it for all the people who really don't enjoy being in an office or sitting in front of the computer, or they don't enjoy phone work, or they can't type. I wanted to provide an alternative solution to that. And an Amazon Flex driver is great because you get to pick your own schedule. You get to pick your own geographic location. It's all done on your phone, which is really pretty amazing. They pay anywhere from $18 to $25 an hour. That's all of the upside. The downside is that you do have to use your own vehicle. There is wear and tear on your vehicle, and you also have to provide your own fuel. So a lot of times you can write that stuff off as an independent subcontractor, but you need to talk to your accountant about that because you need to weigh out the costs to that to see if it's going to be worthwhile to you. Now, our Amazon Flex driver actually made a whole business out of it. He's got about 3 vans that he drives, very happy fellow. And I think the other members are his family members. And so they're very efficient at what they do. They got it down to a science. So they've created their own business. So you can really pretty much take it as far as you want to take it. But I'm going to leave the link below so you can check it out and see if that works for you. All right, and number 7 on our list is an eBay reseller. Now, again, this is another one that technically is not an at-home job, but I wanted to include it for more diversity for people who really don't want to sit in front of the computer all day and don't have the typing skills. But technically, it is more of a self-employed kind of position. Now, you might have heard a lot of different kinds of stories about it where people don't make money. A lot of people just dabble in it. And, you can start off, learning by selling things in your house, but eventually you're going to run out of things to sell. So it becomes a business when you're actually intentionally going out to look for items at garage sales and at outlet stores. And you know specifically what you're looking for. You know specifically what they sell for. When you do that, you can make some serious money with that. Now, my husband does it kind of as a side hustle right now, and he really, really enjoys it. And all day long, I get to hear cha-ching, 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 and that is all the sales that he makes. Now, he goes out and he buys things for 50 cents a quarter, and he ends up selling them for $20, $30, and sometimes a lot more than that. And you don't need a whole lot of items like that to make some pretty good money if you know what you're doing. Now, as far as learning how to do it, I'm going to provide a link below so that you can, I don't want you to, there's a big learning curve to it, and it could take you some time. So if you take a couple courses on it and you kind of know exactly what you're going out to look for, you can start making money pretty much right away. So click on the link below if you want to learn a little bit more about eBay reselling. Okay, so next on our list at number 8 is a content writer or author. And so basically, if you're good at research and you are good at grammar and you like to write, there are a lot of opportunities for you to be a content writer. And generally, you will probably either work for a blog owner, but in most cases, when you're first getting started out, you'll probably work for what's called a text broker. And a text broker is basically the middleman between the client and you. And so they will provide you with the work from their clients. A lot of times they'll put it on a board and you get to choose which assignment you would like to write about. And they will pay you anywhere from 1 cent to 5 cents per word, depending on your skill level. Now, they determine your skill level when you first initially apply for a text broker writing assignment. They're going to ask you for a sample writing, and then based off that sample writing, they're going to let you know where they think your skill level is and what they're willing to pay you at that time. Now, you can always increase your skill level and put in, and you may also get requests from certain clients that really like your work. If you get requests, you actually get paid more. And if you're bilingual, you'll also get paid more. So there was a lot of opportunities for writing assignments. Like I said, the best place to get started is a text broker. I'm going to leave a link below that you can click on so you can check it out. And maybe, if you like, put in a sample work and see where you get rated at. Now, the other thing as far as writing is an author, which now this is something that I do and I really enjoy, because I figure if you're going to do the writing, then you might as well not just get paid once for your writing, but get paid over and over and over again. So, and here's the great thing about it is you actually don't even need to write the whole thing. If you're a good researcher, you have a good idea, and you can put together a really good outline for a book, then you can actually outsource all that information in a book to another writer, so you're not actually even writing the whole thing. And you can actually sell that to different websites like Kindle and other book selling sites. So this is something that I prefer. I actually write a lot of different books. I've made a lot of money as an author. It's really actually very easy. I'm going to put a link to another video up top to give you a little bit of information on how much money I actually made from writing. And like I said, the reason why you make so much money is because you're getting paid over and over and over again for just providing the content once. And so I'll put a link up top so you can check that out. All right, so up next on our list is number 9, audio narration, and this happens to be one of my favorites. You may not know this, but audiobooks is one of the fastest growing forms of media in the world right now. More audiobooks were downloaded than actual ebooks, so that gives you an idea of where this industry is going to. And I actually stumbled across this opportunity when I was looking for narrators for my books so that I could put them on Audible and sell them as an audiobook. And I was just blown away by the many different kinds of narrators out there, and it's just the opportunity in general. For the most part, I would say that they, on average, they get paid about $50 per audio hour. but some were a whole lot more than that, especially as, you know, some of them are truly, truly talented. They are truly artists, so there's really, you know, no end to where you can take this to. But if you're just getting started, you could expect about $50 per audio hour. Also, you may have some authors who will agree, instead of paying you directly, because maybe they're short on funds, they'll agree to split the royalties from the audiobook with you, which, if it's a good audiobook, it's a pretty good gig. Again, that's another form of passive income. Also, if you're getting started, you might want to just sell your services a little bit cheaper than $50 an hour so you can establish yourself. But I'm going to put a link below to audible.com. I think that's one of the better places to get started. There's a whole couple pages on there where they train you exactly what you need to do to get started. The downside to that is you will need to invest in some audio equipment at first to get started, but you know, it doesn't have to be that expensive. And as you get more established and you start making money, you can invest in better and better equipment so you can start raising your prices. So again, I'm going to link that below to audible.com, and I think you should check that out. Last, and number 10 on our list, is an online course creator. And again, this is one of my absolute favorites because it's where you put in the work once and you get paid over and over and over again, because I love getting passive income. So basically, as an online course creator, you're creating courses for people that help them in areas that you either have expertise in or you have a lot of passion in. I mean, there's always something out there that we're really good at that we can help another person with. And you can earn anywhere with your course, depending on how detailed it is and what it entails, anywhere from as low as $10 all the way up to $10,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but I've actually bought, you know, plenty of courses that were $1,000. One was $5,000, and I don't have a problem spending that much money, especially, you know, I do expect to get a return back on my investment, and generally I'll only spend that amount in the money-making industry, because that's where I'm going to get my return at. But you can write anything in mindset, wherever your expertise is. It doesn't matter. It could be mindset, it could be health and fitness, it could be golf. I mean, you name it, wherever your expertise or your passion lies, you can create a course that helps people. And one of the places that you can put your courses on a website called udemy.com. I'm going to put a link down there below so you can check it out. But they will teach you how to get your course on there. It's actually pretty easy. They've made it easy on that site. And once you get it on that site, you can branch out to other sites and sell it. But that's probably the easiest place to get started. So I highly recommend, even if you choose any of these other jobs, that if you do have an expertise in something, that you create a course so that you can get that passive income. And basically, it's not always about the money. It is about helping other people. You're going to get a lot of satisfaction out of sharing your expertise with other people and knowing that it helps people. Anyway, so that about rounds off our list. I hope that you found one or two of these that are going to be useful for you and that you go ahead and pursue them. And if you have any questions, feel free to please leave me a comment below and ask me. I try to answer all the questions that I can. And let me know what you thought of this video and if you thought it was helpful. Anyway, guys, that's it. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.